Hello, Algebra. Today I'm going to go over some examples from section 6.5. I'm on page 192 of your student journal, looking at numbers 16 through 21. Okay, so on these problems here, I had mentioned in class that these problems were unique in the fact that you cannot make the bases the same. Whenever this occurs in Algebra 1, what we do is we use a graphing calculator to help us solve. I'm specifically going to use desmos.com to help me do this. What you're going to do is you're going to look at the graph of each side of the equation. So you're going to do, in your graphing calculator, you're going to do y equals the expression on the left, and then you're going to also graph y equals the expression on the right. And then you're going to take those two graphs and you're going to look at the point of intersection. So you're going to look where these two graphs cross, if they do cross. And then that will be your answer for x, is the value of x. So I'm going to show you how you can do this in Desmos in case you are not sure. So going to now over to Desmos. So I'm going to go to that here. You can hit on desmos.com. Hopefully you have it bookmarked. You can hit graphing calculator here, or you can go from math tools and hit graphing calculator here. Either one is fine. You can always, if you're logged in, you can title your graph and you can save this if you need to go back to it later. All right, so looking at number, let's just look at 16. So looking at number 16, I said that you would type in y equals whatever the expression on the left is. So it's going to be 3, and then for my powers, I'm going to go to this little show keypad, and I'm going to do a to the b power. That'll allow it to go up into the exponent position. When my exponent is more than one value, I always put in a parentheses. I don't think because if you don't, this is what happens. You start, and then it takes it out of the parentheses, which is not what you want. You want x plus 3 all to be in the exponent, so I always put it in a parenthesis to keep it there. So that's the graph of the left-hand side expression with the y equals. And then in the next line, I'm going to do y equals -9. And you're like, well, I cannot see it. That's because it's -9, right? Yeah. That's because it's way down here. Okay. So I want you to see that these do not intersect. Okay. If there is no point of intersection for our answer, we would just write no solution. And it's no solution if they don't intersect. Okay? This is if no intersection. Okay? So let's go to, let's look at number 17. We'll just look at number 17. So on number 17, going back to Desmos, okay, I'm going to, if you want these graphs to go away, sorry, you just unclick. Okay. And I'm going to save this because I'm going to call it 6.5 Student Journal Algebra. I'm going to save it. There we go. In case I need to go back. So I'm going to put in y equals the left-hand side of the equation. You do parentheses, 1/4. You could also write 0.25. If you do your parenthesis right here, you see that it puts it at the bottom there. That's not what I want. I want to go to the outside of this parenthesis, so I can just move my cursor, or I can just do like left arrow. And then I want my power. My power is more than one value, so I'm going to put in a parenthesis. That would be -x minus 1, close the parenthesis. So there's one of the graphs. The other side is 18, so I do y equals the other side of the equal sign, and I get 18. Again, you're like, I cannot see it. So I'm going to have to go up to 18, where y is 18, to see it. You can zoom in if you need to. That's zooming out, zoom in if I need to get a better look at this. And find where they intersect is, there you go, right there is the point of intersection. And I can see that what I'm looking for, again, remember, we're solving for x, so you want the x value of the intersection, right? So the point of intersection is going to give me my solution, and you're going to pick the x value. My x value is 1.085. I guess we could round that if we wanted to. So you're looking at the point of intersection, and that you're going to take the x value of that. So you want, again, for the point of intersection, you want the x value only for your answer, because that's all you're telling them. You're only answering what x equals. It was 1.085, right? So I'm going to write that down. So there it is. So that's how you're going to do each of these problems here. You do not need to do all of these problems. I'm not saying you need to complete them, but what I am saying is there will be problems like this in your assignment. So I wanted to just do one more. I'm going to do number 21. Okay, so looking at number 21, let me get rid of these. I'm going to save this too. So I'm going to do y equals, the left-hand side of the equation is 1/4 x. Now, the way I have it written there is incorrect, okay? The way I have it typed. I don't want x in the denominator. I want x to be outside the fraction multiplied to it like that. This is why I wanted to do this problem. And then I do +1, okay? And because we zoomed all kinds of craziness, I have to go back down here. There's my line. There it is. And again, you can change the color of it if you want to. There. Okay. I have, the other side is y equals, I'm going to do a parenthesis for 2/3. Remember to go outside the parenthesis. And by using the right arrow, and I need an exponent. My exponent is more than one value. So I'm going to do 2x minus 1 in parentheses for my exponent. And here is what it looks like. So I can see here is where they intersect. And again, you're taking the x value because that's what we're solving for. It is 0.386 at that point of intersection. So for this one, number 21, the x is going to equal 0.0386 or something like that. Let me go back because I completely forgot. That's why this is nice to save. Oh, it's just 0.386, not 0.386. Okay, so it's going to be 0.386. And if it said to round it, I don't know, did it have any directions for rounding? No. If it said to round it, I would follow those rounding directions as needed. Okay, so here's how you do those problems. I hope that this helps with these types of examples. If you have questions on any other problems, please make sure you come in for help and ask questions. And best of luck with your practice.